Hello and welcome to Let's Play Train Sim World 2. I'm your host still, and I'm actually not feeling too great today. I don't have a fever, I don't have coronavirus, I don't have anything serious. It's just hay fever acting up because of, dust, pollen, whatever it could be, small particles of anything, it'll set me off. So I do apologise for that if I'm sniffling or anything like that. My voice might change a little bit during the course of the video, but today I'm driving from Leeds all the way to, I believe, Dewsbury, yeah? And this video is a little bit important, but kind of not, because of a couple of reasons. Number one, today being the, today I'm speaking as if it's the 25th of February. So Thursday the 25th of February, this is where this information comes from. And, obviously I act as if it's the day before, because I actually upload my videos pretty late at night. So I have to basically do that, otherwise I'd miss out all the information. However, in today's video we're going to be discussing the Class 465, which has been shown off very successfully, I might add, today by Dovetail on Thursday the 25th of February, and then the train itself will be dropping on the 4th of March, which is also a Thursday. So yeah, look out for it if you're interested. Also, I'm going to be picking it up on the 4th of March, and what's important about that is I am planning on doing a stream on release day. So my usual times for streaming are about past 11 o'clock at night. Basically I don't have a proper schedule. However, I'm gonna have to do a stream on the 4th of March when it comes out, because the next day I'm actually having a dentist appointment where some teeth will be removed, so I won't be able to speak for a while afterwards. So yeah, it's me taking the opportunity to get the stream over and done with, and then what I'll do in the meantime is record some content whilst playing the game, and then there'll be a gap between when I can make videos with commentary versus when I can make them without. I can always make videos without any commentary, and it is likely that that's what you'll be seeing until I get better. So yeah, that's the deal with that. First things first, talking about the Class 465 itself, it's an electric multiple unit. It was released, first built in 1991, I believe. I think that's where it entered service. And, excuse me a moment. There we go. Sorted something out. Yeah, released in 1991, and it's obviously coming on the 4th of March. It is a pretty great train, honestly. It's going to be in the southeastern white livery, which is, I believe, I think that's what the train would be in today, as in, nowadays, as in 2020, 2021 sort of time. So, yeah, the Class 465 is a great train, and the stream went off basically without a hitch. Something that really impressed me whilst watching the stream, and I think it impressed a lot of other people, because I was looking at the chat. I didn't actually post anything in the chat, because I actually got to the stream about 15 minutes late, so I just thought it's pointless me talking in the chat, because then everything will be 15 minutes behind. So everything I'm seeing is 15 minutes behind everyone else, and I don't want to miss a thing, because that would mean I have to re-watch the stream, Either way, what really impressed me was the sounds, and Dovetail don't have the best track record for sounds at all. A lot of them that have come with the different locomotives that have recently, either recently or previously been introduced into the game via DLC, very rarely do they get the sound right. Very rarely, and even if they do get most of the sounds right, there's always going to be a couple here and there that just flat out aren't right, according to the community, and the community is very knowledgeable. because the community is made up of not just train spotters, not just train enthusiasts, but also people who drive actual trains in real life and will likely have driven the models of the train that are depicted in game, not just in the UK but also in the United States and in Germany. And there's a big following in Germany, for example. That's why you often see lots of German routes in Train Sim World as a franchise as a whole. So basically, the sounds were done, I believe, by Armstrong Powerhouse. Armstrong Powerhouse is basically a developer kind of their own. They make mods for Train Simulator, you know, that whole series. And they did make an enhancement pack for the 465, and I believe that's where Dovetail has gotten the sounds from. And I think Matt, who sat in on today's stream, also Natalie did all of the work in the chat, and Matt did all the driving. Matt very clearly said that these sounds are from AP, Armstrong Powerhouse. So they've been working with Armstrong Powerhouse in order to bring us the 465 with really, really spot on sounds. I think that blew everyone away. I'm not going to say that everything is 100% perfect, because it's not going to be, but the community reacted very well to it. I haven't seen any comments saying that the sounds are bad. I haven't seen any comments that say that the way that the train is modelled is bad. Haven't really seen any complaints, and even when watching the stream, nobody had any issue. In fact, I watched it the whole way through. It was an hour, 2 hours long, give or take, and yeah, I watched the whole thing, and apparently there's just no issue with the 465. There don't seem to be any bugs, or at least bugs that are incredibly noticeable. The only bug that we did notice was in one of the carriages there was very loud sounds of rain, but in the rest of the carriages they were muffled, as I think they should be, because you know, indoors. So that would need to be sorted out, but overall it seems that nothing is wrong with the 465, which is impressive, because usually there's some things to iron out. Now, there likely will be some things to iron out, there pretty much always is, but it doesn't seem that there's anything wrong with the 465 itself. Maybe along the routes it's going to be going on, but either way, 465, yeah, perfect. Well done Dovetail, you pulled it out of the bag. And I'm very impressed with that, because I was looking forward to the 465 too, which is why I tuned in right away and watched the full thing. And do you know what? I was really impressed. And I can't wait to bring you content with the 465, because it may just be my new favourite commuter train, because it's fast, acceleration is brilliant, braking seems very good, the interior is, you know, it's not too modern, it's not too old-fashioned, it's just kind of right. It's got a cruise control setting, which, okay, the cruise control setting on the 377 for me doesn't work. And I'm not sure if I'm using it wrong or it just doesn't flat out work. But when they tested it on Xbox, it was on Xbox the whole stream, with the dev kit that they've got, the dev build, showing off the 465. The speed set, in other words cruise control feature, worked fine, perfectly in fact. So looking forward to at least using that once. I'm probably not going to use it very often because it is kind of cheaty. I mean, all you have to do is just engage it into drive and brake when necessary, and that's it. The train will basically keep your speed for you. It will probably be useful, and it may be worth using a couple of times, you know, especially maybe down gradients or something like that, so then the train can always stay at the same speed without just running away with you. However, it's not a feature I'm going to be using very much. I'm still very, very glad that it at least works, because the 377s didn't work for me personally, for some reason or another. So that was impressive. What's really, I guess it's very smooth. that's the best descriptor I can use for the 465. It seems very smooth to operate, and I'm going to enjoy having, just using it in game, basically. And I hope to bring you that stream promptly on the day it comes out. I'm not really going to be delaying it any longer than that. I can't. I've got an appointment, so and after that it'll just be not possible to do any videos with commentary or any streams. So yeah, that's why I'm going to definitely guarantee that this is going to happen. And yeah, that's that. That's everything to do with the 465. Now there is other news, and it's related to the 465 because now officially it's gone onto the form for my new 24 services challenge. Now previously it was named 24 hours in Train Sim World. It's actually been renamed to 24 services in Train Sim World because I was going to do kind of like a 24-hour thing where every single service would take place at different hours of the day. By the way, this tunnel is very dark. It's Morley Tunnel. And every single service, for example, one would start at 1 AM. That means the next one I'm going to do at 2 AM, 3 AM, 4 AM. You get the picture. But that didn't really work out very well because I couldn't decide on what was an appropriate time for which thing. And the thing is, it's all request based, and I wanted people to feel like their requests were being handled, so to speak. So I couldn't just wait to get all of the requests. I wanted to start right away, and I did. I did 2 streams yesterday, and basically I completed two requests, just one after another. It wasn't intentional. There was an issue with the game crashing, right? That is the thing that annoyed me. However, yeah, I got 2 requests done, and there's more to do after that. So, I'd say, doing pretty well. So, 24 services, taking place at whatever time I'm going to say is appropriate for them. And it is all community suggested, so all of these are requests. And the only thing that I'm in charge of is the start point and the end point, but whoever makes the request can basically select from 5 different routes. We've got Southeastern High Speed, we've got Great Western Express, Northern Trans-Pennine, which I'm on right now, Tees Valley Line, and East Coast Way. So these are all British routes, I know, but these are the ones that I feel most confident doing requests on. The rest will probably come in kind of a revisit of this challenge. It's basically a challenge to do 24 things selected by other people where it's not totally in my control. So that's the challenging part of it. It's not really a challenge, it's more so it's a nice way of giving the audience a choice in what happens during my videos, and that seems to be going well. Looking forward to getting all 24 requests filled. If we can't get 24 requests filled, I'll fill in the rest eventually. So the 465 is on the form for the requests, and also the 313. The 313 is only there because it might be useful to collect a request for that in the future, because if I revisit this challenge I can use that request again when the 313 comes out. So that's why it's on there. It's only really on there because I know it's going to be releasing at some point. Just don't know when that point is. It could be very far into the future, it could be a couple of months away, we don't know. So yeah, and there are some trains that I do have that are missing from the form. That's because I'm only confident driving the ones that are on the form at the moment, and those are the ones I can drive relatively well, doing requests and not really mess up too much. So that's why I've selected those that are on the form. And yeah, looking forward to doing all those. What is nice about that is that it presents a very unique challenge for me, because I'm not in control of what route I'm going to be driving what train on. It's all done by people who are going to watch my videos, and those people can select what kind of train they want me to drive or which route, and then I'm just the one who's going to drive along it, you know? So I'm making a pact to fulfill all their requests, all 24 of them, should I get all 24. So that's my task to do, that's my fulfillment. That's something I need to fulfill, I mean. So, yeah, that's instrumental in making content for me, because otherwise I would have to do a load of content that I've decided to do on my own. It wouldn't feel like people are involved in the whole process. Whereas in a game like Train Sim World, you know, you can ask people, hey, what train do you want to see next? Which ones do you like most? And then from that you can create content that's more interesting to the people watching. Oh, we are pulling up at Dewsbury right now. We have hauled some freight all the way from Leeds to Dewsbury, and I think we did pretty well on that run. It was nice to see you all watching the video. I do hope you enjoyed it. Next time around, I think it's either going to be another pre-recorded video or going to be the 465 stream. Haven't quite decided on that yet. But here we are at Dewsbury. We did pretty well. I'll see you all in the next video, whatever that will be. Do hope you enjoyed this one at least, and see you all later.